What up, though? What's good, y'all? June ain't said nothing. He over there being a mute.
What's up? What's up?
I'm over here trying to get this earring in. Okay, it's in. It's
You
in.
good? You good? You got your bamboo
Gucci.
earrings in?
You know what I'm saying? Let me lower this. Like, why is this just like showing my forehead? There we go. Did I bring my headphones? Yes, I did. What's up?
Not
What's up,
much.
y'all? We doing, cause apparently June.
What?
Okay. Apparently June don't know how to add details to the live to tell people what it is like I do. So
I don't. I just be posting. I ain't gonna lie. I be posting.
just to let y'all know, this is episode 2 of the
What
Blerd
is it?
Files. Thank you, Zoo. You have an awesome day in session 2. I don't know what you're having a session of. Now I'm gonna think about that all day because I said in session, even though I didn't know you had a session. So it's my awkwardness. What up, Groovy?
Yeah, your
What
boy
up,
Groovy, the
kid?
man, my man Groovy, who went to Ish all the time. That's my guy.
Oh gosh, of
That
course
boy
that's your
Groovy,
guy.
Groovy, aka Brother Knowledge. What's going on, Brother Knowledge? My boy Groovy.
Y'all are a mess.
My boy Groovy.
Y'all see what I got today? Can you see it?
She trying to be the shits with the jerk. You had what you had last time?
The Vince Carter one.
She trying to be like her cousin over here. She trying to be with the shit. She trying to be like her cousin over here. She said, "Trying to be with the shit, you know.
Man, I've
Trying to be
had
like,
these jerseys
trying to
for
be with the
like
shit too, man.
ever.
She wanted to
I'm
be. She
glad it
wanted to
made
be.
you laugh, Zoo, because I'm so awkward. It's okay.
She be at the con. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Legit. So it's one of the pictures. The picture when I was Luffy and I was like this. I legit said I don't know what to do with my hands, and the picture snapped.
Sorry. I'm not in a gang. I'm not in a set. I'm not in
Right.
oh, shit, I'm like Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys be cussing, y'all. She be cussing.
What's up, unapologetic? Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Man, I wonder if Keenan gonna show up on time. You know that boy LA
You
time.
know, he on LA time. Yeah, he could be asleep.
Hey, pull
But
up.
I have a question. Did you verify if he meant 1 o'clock his time or 1 o'clock ours?
I told him 1 o'clock our time. I said 1 o'clock our time. He know we in the South. So he know we did last time we went on our time. Like, what would one be his time?
Alright. I was just, double checking.
I
Just
asked. I
checking.
said, yo, I said 1 CST. That's our time, right? So I'm like, yeah. Send the fly and everything with the time.
Wow, kid, really? Kid said most home records curse. Um, leave Alicia alone.
She ain't do nothing wrong. Just with the beast just as wrong. He knew he was married. He just as wrong. They both wrong.
They both wrong. That's right.
But then again, you gotta respect Alicia Keys though. She said she wrote a whole song. I ain't gonna tell your secrets. So she like, hey, she'd be a snitch if she said anything. So she said I wouldn't tell. So whole
No.
song about it. So is she really wrong though? Say black high thing.
You know
Bro,
what?
my boy Groovy, he sell black soap on the weekend.
Or something.
He
Groovy be
sell
selling
black
some.
he sell black soap and Chris on the weekend. Like,
Man,
hey, my sister.
we gonna have to get Groovy in here one live randomly.
I mean, how much longer y'all want to wait for Keenan? Like, yo, kid, hit up Keenan, bro. Cause
Yeah,
I hit
kid.
him up.
Do some. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Kid is making bean pies for the community.
Man, in the song she was talking to Mr. Krabs and the Krabby Patty secret formula. Look, everybody know the Krabby Patty secret formula is other crabs.
That's why he the only
That
one.
man's practice is cannibalism. Well, I can't say that because have you ever seen him eat a Krabby Patty?
Yes, he did. He said that. He said, that's what I taste like.
Oh, you right. You right. But see, he hadn't tried one before that time. So
But
he was
still,
just
though,
like,
it's like,
oh,
nah,
it's
it's a starfish.
starfish. I ain't never heard that theory.
You need that's some new shit, bro. Like, state your
I got
sources, sir. State your sources, sir.
so this I'm putting the comment, I'm pin what this is. It's the Blerd Files, episode 2, because somebody don't know how to add that to the stuff.
Yes, he has what?
Tasted ate his Krabby Patty. You know, we get the comments late.
I know, right? Like, I'll be trying to figure out what be going on.
And I'm put what we talking about today. So even if Keenan don't show up, you know what I'm saying, we still gonna do our thing.
Most deaf, most deaf. You want to wait a few more minutes, or you just want to go ahead?
I mean, send him the lot. How come I can't
I
pin? You
did.
gotta pin it. You gotta pin that.
Damn, they don't let people do that kind of stuff on this.
I'm so used to being on the other account, I can't.
Yeah, okay, you can. Just a theory I saw.
I mean, comic strip about it. Got you. So today we are talking time travel.
Do y'all believe in it?
So, you know, before we get into it, you know, time travel has been used all throughout everything. It's been in anime, it's been in the MCU, even if it was
We're
done
not gonna, we're not
stupid.
gonna, we're not gonna,
Even
we're not
though
gonna
it was
count that.
done stupidly.
We gonna talk about that though, but we don't talk about it. But it, yeah. That
Time
shit was
travel is
doodle.
really dangerous if you're melanated. It depends on what time you travel to. If you travel to the time that predates colonizers, it's not dangerous.
I mean, for you, you'll be straight. Me, I ain't gonna stand a chance.
Reincarnation. So we gonna talk about reincarnation on another one. That's gonna be another one for another day. Cause I got
I
some
put it this.
theories for that too.
I put it this way: when it comes to time travel, it's one of the things where I think it. Okay, Keenan said, "Okay, give me. I'm stuck. I can't read that because if I pull, if I, it's gonna fuck the whole
Can
live.
you
I don't
go?
want to do that."
Can you look and see what that message say?
No, he's on. He emailed. He DM me.
Oh,
I hit
he
him up.
DM'd you.
Yeah. So I can't even. I don't want to ruin the live.
Ah, Chingo. What up, Sherry? That's my girl, Sherry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all be best. Y'all be having my phone going off early. Like nigga, y'all having a
Why
good
you in
old
our
time.
business? Why you in
No,
our
I mean,
business?
cause my phone go off in the middle of the night. I'm thinking something going wrong. I'm like, these niggas talking, man. Just having a good
In our
time.
business.
Hold on, wait. Shit, no. What's the name? Cherry or is it Sherry?
It's Cherry, like
Cherry,
cherry.
look here. Y'all DM on y'all personal account. People got work in the goddamn morning. Shit. I know you can draw and everything, but shit. I'll be in the bed sleeping good. I'm thinking something tragic happened. These two niggas. Man, y'all motherfuckers. Team light skinned in this bitch.
Hey, I am chocolate. I am chocolate
If you like,
hot.
if you was team chocolate, I am team white man.
Hey, be who you be. There's Keenan right there.
But yeah.
Say right, Cherry. He will be okay. Like he over here
No,
playing and stuff.
no. Big Kane, what's good, bro?
Yo, man, my bad, bro. I was at
You
the
good,
post
bro?
office.
He over there sending postages
As you can
out and
see,
stuff.
talk to the motherfucker in, man. Hold on.
I got scared. Ah, man, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it.
Hey, you know what? He can time travel his ass over here.
I know, right?
Dang, kid, you said we over here waking your wife up, thank you, and she think you cheating because me and Cherry just be having a good old conversation. Y'all are haters.
Yeah, y'all be in the middle of the conversation having a good time. What's going on, Keenan?
What up, y'all?
Not much,
Man,
man.
we out here, you know, talking conspiracy theories. Today's
Hold
time
on.
travel.
Before we
You know,
start, I gotta say it. Keenan, I've been doing my research on YouTube. And I want to know, what do you think about time travel?
Man, I think I won't be surprised if it's already been done. I won't be surprised if that's the new vacation for people in the future. Like if like the people that are already in the future, if that's like their Hawaii vacation. Hey man, let's go back. Let's find a time to go back to and just kind of kick it there and just kind of look at stuff. And you know, I won't be surprised, man. I don't put anything past anything. Some people say just what was that movie with Ben Affleck? I think it was Ben Affleck. Not Out of Time, but it was like you kind of look into this mirror and you kind of see in the future or whatever the case may be.
And Interstellar.
Not Interstellar, but maybe that's the same kind of concept. But it's something similar to where you can kind of look, I think, in the future or the past or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, I'm fascinated by anything that we get as people now, they've already had. So if time travel is the public, they've been time traveling for at least a decade.
I want to touch on that. I want to say, I think time travel is like this. This is how I think. I think pretty much how they said in Loki, how the sacred timeline, we all on one timeline. But I think everybody is on the same timeline, but somehow, if we time travel, it only affects your timeline. So people are, yo, I went to the year 2030, 35, and this dude's president. But then that only affects them when that time comes, like, dude, that only affected you. And it's like, it kind of breaks, like, yo, if you say something about it won't happen, kind of stuff, like, it only affects you. So when you come back, you look crazy.
So almost like the butterfly effect.
Something like that. But see, here's the thing about the butterfly effect. That's the only thing about time travel that's scary. You come back and your whole joint, we straight, but you come back like, yo. Oh, God.
You come back not being able to hold cameras up and stuff.
I know, right? Like, sure.
Man.
They hold camera. They don't like what we talking about. They trying to shut us down.
Cherry said, what if time travel isn't how you think with a machine? What if time travel is tied into memory?
I got to do it. I got to join like this. I got to do
that, see, what if that's like what dreams are somewhat, or like an alternate, because I think of time travel, but I think more of like alternate universes, a lot of parallel universes are just like different, you know, I do feel like something's just off, you know what I'm saying, that we don't know about, and maybe, I don't know, higher beings or more intellectual beings they're already there, and we're not. We're like a low class, we're considered the poor of like beings or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Because it'll explain how, I mean, I wouldn't say it's, I mean, I guess it was time to parallel universe, like we spoke on it like last time. I think like it would explain like how the Bermuda Triangle and the people, like that flight that disappeared years ago in 2014, and they can't find, like, bro, like how did the whole plane of people on it just disappear?
The Malaysian flight. I actually watched the the Malaysian flight today.
Yeah, I'm not flying. That's why I don't like flying over the ocean. I had to go to Hawaii recently. I was panicking. If they say, yo, we got to fly over the Bermuda Triangle, nigga, I'll walk. I don't know how, but I'm not about to fly over no freaking Bermuda Triangle where planes they say even one plane has been lost in this area. I'm not flying over there. I don't want to. I just don't. I can't. I'm a panic.
Right. Because I think
I've never flown over the ocean personally. I've only flown 3 times in my life because your girl is afraid of flying. So,
like I said, stuff like that would be the only thing that would make sense to me. Like, yo, it's like you come back, like, how does a whole damn plane go missing? And it's like, then you got the Philadelphia experiment. I think, Kenny, you talked about that before too.
He's spinning. He's stuck in the Matrix, as Spicy Ron would say.
I guess they didn't like what he was saying, man. But
they didn't. They said, "Oh, you don't want to fly over the water." Bet.
Like
he'll pop back in.
Yeah. So it's like the Philadelphia experiment where the person
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. I swiped down on accident and swiped off the line. My bad.
It's cool. Like the Philadelphia experiment where the military was trying to do some top secret stuff, and they disappeared and came back, and the people was all snapped up. Like, bro, I'm telling you, if time travel is real, I don't want to go back because I don't want to know when I'm gonna come back to. It's like go back, like you go back to '95, but you come back.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
Well, I think that's another thing too. It's like I don't know. They might have it mastered now, but at least back then when they first did it, that mess wasn't mastered. Like you said, people were coming back probably mentally messed up, missing some chromosomes. mastered first. I need it perfected. Yeah, but let's go do this. Let's go. I don't want to be the first people that go do time travel, man. I come back and my arm is now attached to my mouth. I don't need that shit.
Or you come back on some Planet of the Apes type shit. Come back as dolphins running the fucking earth. Like, what the fuck? What did I do?
It'll be like I don't know if you ever seen that movie Idiocracy.
Nah.
With Terry Crews, and he's the president of the United States or whatever the case may be, and he's like watering the plants for like energy drinks, so like everything is dying. It's like I think Owen Wilson got frozen to like go to the future or whatever the case may be. It's like I don't want to wake up in no timeline like that where it's like, you know, it's just like completely different. You got to readjust. I'm too old to readjust.
Wake up in the timeline. Kanye West really is president.
Yeah, it's like as a child, that seems fun.
Yes.
But as an adult, I don't got time to readjust to this type of shit. Like I'm good where I am.
I don't know if y'all ever saw the movie, the TV show, or read the book called 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Pretty much, the dude got to go back. James Franco played Jake Amberson in the show. So pretty much, there's a diner that the guy works at, and he has to go through this little rabbit hole, and he goes back to 1960. And he had to stop the assassination of JFK. But the twist is, no matter how long you stay in there, 2 minutes, 2 days, 2 years, come back, only 2 minutes has passed in our time. So it's like, but he stopped the assassination, but he came back. It was post-apocalyptic, everything was fucked up. So he had to go back and come back, and everything went back to normal. So he said, yo, if you only way things go back to normal if you go back in and reset. So if you go in there and do it, which he did, and came back, everything had changed. So we had to go back through the rabbit hole and come back, and everything reset. So I'm like, bro.
But do you think everything happens for a reason? So it's like, what's the point of time traveling back and trying to change something if everything's supposed to happen the way it happened?
Yeah, because that's what the book. That's they say. Like the time doesn't want to be changed.
That depends on which, theory of time travel you believe in. Like if you believe in how the MCU did it, then nothing in the present is affected, which I still don't understand that one.
Yeah.
But if you do it like, what's the movie? Back to the Future, where you do something that can mess up everything. So it just all depends on like which one you rocking with. If you don't think nothing will happen to your current timeline, like it'll just branch off, then I guess you good because you're not in the branched off one.
I don't want that kind of drama.
Yeah, I think that's where it gets confusing. It's like when we watch these different movies, the laws of time travel isn't necessarily the same across the board, and it's like that's where things get confusing. It's like I think what you're saying too, it reminds me of kind of like how Dragon Ball Z was. It's like Trunks went back to a timeline, but everything he did in that timeline doesn't fix his timeline. He still has to go back. He still has to go kill the androids, even though they kill the androids in this timeline. He got to still go back and fight them cats. Goku not gonna be alive anymore, shit like that. So it's like, well, yeah. What are the rules of the time travel of what you're going to be in? Is it not going to affect the timeline, or is it going to fully affect where you come back? And if some places be like, yo, if you step on an ant, you can come back to your timeline. You said it's post-apocalyptic because you stepped on this ant and you changed something. You can't see your former self and all that type of stuff.
That'd be fucked up, man. I don't.
So if y'all could time travel and it wouldn't affect anything in the future, what's something would you change anything in your past, or what's something you would do? You go first, Keenan.
The pressure, huh?
The pressure. You're the guest. Guest goes first.
Man.
I think you got him with that one.
I don't know if I would change anything. Like, I think I would just want to be present for some things. Like, I would want to speak to people like Malcolm X and stuff like that.
I'm glad you went with Malcolm X, not the other guy.
But I would want to probably be around some certain conversations. I would want to travel back to probably even times where we actually ruled. There was a time when we ruled, we ran this shit. So I would want to probably go back and see that and how that was, and be in a room with like Mansa Musa and see it's cracking out here. He got the bread, he got the gold, and
You
read
walk in,
those.
you walk into his nation, you get the gold drip. Oh, you know how the Hawaiians do the leis? You just get a gold
Yeah,
chain. You get a gold chain. Oh, okay, I get a gold chain.
I'll
Like,
take
ooh.
this. Or like even reading some books, like a lot of like I feel like they burnt like a lot of they burnt whoever conquers. They normally burn the books from like so you can't learn that history. So it's like I want to read that stuff so I can know what the real history and stuff was. So when I come back, I can at least start to either write myself or spread that knowledge to people. I know I know that's probably kind of sounds boring, but
No, it don't sound boring. I mean, that's real.
yeah.
Kid said I would have went back in time and met y'all motherfuckers sooner. Wow, kid, really.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna take the fun way out. I'm gonna go make a bunch of bets on some games and win a bunch of shit ton of money and come back. Hey, hey,
Hey,
if I
look,
can
Back to the
come,
Future.
hey,
put the bug in my daddy ear. Invest in Apple.
bro, I would tell like, yo, my invest in this thing called Lyft and Uber. Invest in this thing called Starbucks. It ain't sound
Bitcoin.
right now. Nigga, I'm
Don't
telling you.
somebody like
Bitcoin.
I would have threw like my little Home Depot when I was working at Home Depot. I would have grabbed all my paycheck and put all that shit in Bitcoin, baby. And I would have been like, just trust it, Keenan. But I gotta eat. You don't gotta eat today. Trust me.
You ain't gotta
Invest.
eat today. You will eat for life.
You will eat. You will eat for generations. Your family will eat if you do this.
Man,
You
because
invest
that
when it's not
stuff
even
went
yeah.
up to 68,000 a share.
But that's like
It
saying,
peaked at
but that's kind of like,
68,000 a share.
but that's
Man,
like what Shaq said about Starbucks. Said, yo, I missed that. Like, I thought, like, who would spend that much money on coffee? Said, boy, was I wrong. And I should have got in when I had a chance.
but
That's
it's
like
also
something.
but also too. It's like the bread, right? It's like the money that you might not have to invest. It's like because like when you only have and you're making like $400 a week, and you're like, man,
The
investing
struggle.
it's not even an option. It's survival. So it's like if you go back in time, you tell me this is a for sure thing. Bitcoin's going to be a for sure thing. My little checks when I was all right, I'm going to either eat McDonald's today or I'm going to invest this little, even if it's $20 for the week, $20 every paycheck. Like that would have been game changing. I would have been able to help out so many friends and family with all the money I probably would have invested. You would have been able to build community.
For sure.
Okay, but see, with that thought, okay, so what Chris was saying, so go back and like there's gonna be two of me in that timeline, pretty much, like Marvel. Would it be
Yeah.
like that, or you would
Well,
just
I
me
said
going?
my stipulation was nothing changes. So
Cause
it's in a perfect world, like you don't change anything about your past. You don't have a alternative timeline. I'm not gonna lie. So yes, I am half male sapien, but
damn.
I would go back in time and tell the natives to let them starve.
I see where you're going there,
Let them starve.
and I understand.
But it's gonna be that one radical person that's gonna think you crazy. Who is this person coming through talking crazy?
Hey, let them starve. They'll be all right.
And that thing, it's like you.
But see, I mean, like with time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My bad. My bad.
It's like with that being said, like yo, that would affect. I would just want to sit back and like yo, you shut down them boys coming over, getting our folk right. Then the whole course of history changes.
That's fine.
That I mean, like I'm talking about everything changes. Like yo,
The
they
world
shut
full
it.
of Wakandas.
But then you gotta look at would it be will we even still have what would the United States even look like then? It's like what would everything look like if everything goes that direction? Yo,
So do
no,
you know that there is a country that had the potential to be a Wakanda based on like resources, and that's Haiti. So
I
just
think I
imagine
heard
had
about
it not been colonized, Haiti
Yeah,
would
they
have been
shit.
found
totally
something.
different.
They found something. They found something there, didn't they? Like a kind of like a like you said, like a certain resource or something that was kind of like there, and then I think they end up getting. I forgot, but yeah, it's. I mean, honestly, even here, like we were here first. Like some of us were brought here, but the majority of us was already here. We was already kicking it.
Yep. The
We
Native
was
American was reclassified as the Negro. So
so yeah. When they talk about like, I mean, that's to go deep. You know what I'm saying? You talking about slaves and stuff like that. A lot of slaves were already kicking it here. They already it's a crazy whole thing. But it's like I thought my friend said he's from the Congo, and I thought he said like they found like a mountain of gold there or something like that, and that there's a surprise that white people haven't found it yet or something.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which I'm like, I gotta ask him. I need him to go deeper because it was weird. It was like Dave Chappelle came to the Comedy Store on Thursday, and so he was just talking, and then my friend asked him about starting a comedy club in Africa, and he was like, well, where would I start it at? And he told him like Congo, and he brought that up. So it was like yeah, I now want to know if that's the truth or not, because if that is, white people are looking. They gonna be searching their ass.
They gonna
if
be
there's
searching.
a mountain of gold anywhere.
I mean, look how they did diamonds. But like, I mean, if I could go back in time, I would try my best to stop the colonization. But like you said, there's always going to be someone that look at me like I'm crazy. Like,
That's the
these people
thing.
are harmless. Look at them.
It's like, it's kind of like saying, like, to play in the realm of, like, you could say stuff not to play it safe. Like, you come back, you say, you think you done saved the world. Like, yo, I did a good thing. Come back, you done fucked up the world. Like, gosh damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do it going in knowing that I probably wouldn't exist in the future.
Yeah, it's like, do you take that risk? Yeah, do you take that risk and be like, all right, I'm willing to either risk my life to change everything for society? Is it worth it? Are you like, no, like, I love me, so
I mean, I love me, but I love my
But
people
see,
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, but what if you do it and it backfire? You think you go out in a blaze of glory? That yeah, I'm doing the right thing, to come to find out you somewhere like, damn, it didn't go the way you thought it did. It got worse. Gosh damn.
That'll be terrible. Somebody said in the comment section, isn't Akon building a Wakanda in Africa? And it's like, what he's doing is very, very special, but also too, I think he's doing a lot of things for China, and China owns a lot of Africa. They're taking up a lot of pieces of Africa, so it's like you can't call it Wakanda when China owns it. So it's like,
it's Wakanda,
Ha! I see what you did there.
I can't see the comments, June, so you're gonna have to read them.
All right. Here we got. What up, good? Oh, spicy ramen in here. What's up?
What up, spicy?
But yeah, I'm like, it's kind of like one of the things where the thought of time travel is so fun, but it's just like, it's like going back. You're like, yo, you make a bet and win a whole bunch of money, you invest in some stuff, and you come back and now you like this rich asshole that people hate. Everybody hates you. Like, people, I'm talking about, they like death threat hate. Like, yo, they got security guards on you. Like, bro,
I got money and security, so I mean, let them hate.
I mean, like.
So do y'all think time travel is currently, do you think we already do it? Like with the pictures we see of like what's that one picture like in the 50s and he's not dressed.
Oh, I heard
50s
that.
attire, like he has on these sunglasses, a graphic tee and a hoodie. And and even the one you sent me, June, with Buddy that's got a smartphone at a Mike Tyson fight.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's the classic picture of
that dude like this in the cut. Like, I ain't never seen no camera that you hold like this back in the day.
And maybe it was like a Palm Pilot. They might have had a Palm Pilot back then. I'm not sure, but it's like, yeah, you just don't. Also, too, things can be Photoshopped. Like, Photoshop is clean nowadays. Like, Photoshopping, with the conspiracy videos that we've done, Photoshopping and face swapping, and even in the way they're able to take your voice and make you sound like you. If you mess up on a line, they can, like, fix your lips to where it looks like you said a line. It's kind of crazy nowadays. It's like,
I mean, look at what they did with Queen of the Damned. After Aaliyah died, they took her brother's voice and had him do the rest of her voiceover.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I heard about that. I didn't know that was true.
Her brother's voice is some of the voice of Akasha in that film.
Oh, yeah, they softened his voice, didn't they?
Yeah, they manipulated his voice because I guess his tone sounded enough like her to where they could like manipulate the pitch and do voiceover work.
That's
Oh,
fucking nuts, yeah.
somebody said something was debunked. What was debunked? Afro, I don't know, Afro UMC or whatever. I don't know how to say your name, but what was debunked? Because I know, I saw the. I mean, you even look at the Paul Walker thing from one of the Fast and Furious after he passed. His brother stepped in and played that role, and they CGI Paul Walker's face on his brother, and you can't. It's it's pretty damn good.
Yeah. You know who didn't do a good job with CGI? DC.
Oh, with the mustache.
With the mustache.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It was.
You had to go there, didn't you?
I did. I had to go there. Sorry, guys.
Violence.
I choose it daily. I mean, if it hadn't been debunked, it goes back to what Keenan said in the beginning, that people use time travel as like a vacation. Like, you know what? I just kind of want to go to the Mike Tyson fight. That'd be cool to see.
But you know what though? There's another one. I think Keenan, you talked about it. You and Pat talked about it too. It's about how you go back, you see them. How they got this? There's a one. How they got in these rocks where they got like astronaut. And like engraved in the wall, and like how they got the pyramid set up. Like all these different spaces got pyramids set up in the same spot. Like the same, like who are they talking? Like how does somebody over here know that this? Like that's not a coincidence. They line up in the exact same spot.
Well, that shows you that one thing is like that's a kind of like an African thing, right? So that also shows you that when we conquered, we was everywhere. So when people were like, oh man, we were brought certain places. Like, nah, we literally was everywhere. We built everywhere. Like, I saw Chichen Itza in Mexico. Like, that is crazy. Like, you can clap at that pyramid and it whistles back at you. It's like the way they built things. Like when they be like, oh, if they were archaic, nah, bro, they were ahead of their time. I don't know what it is, but they just did something special. It's like they built that with supposedly no certain type of construction, and things line up perfectly. Hits the sun at a certain spot, and the snake eye, whatever, lines up here. It's like it's the craziest shit when you start looking at these pyramids across the world at how they aligned. And maybe they were, if it's not time travel, or whatever, maybe they were already space traveling. Maybe they had certain type of crafts where they were able to fly up and build certain. They might have had telekinesis or power where they can move it with their mind. I don't know. They might be way more advanced than we think they were.
The world will never know because,
never.
Again, a certain male sapien named Alexander the Great burned the largest library in Egypt.
And here's
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Say you go back in time, because Crystal will be the one to go that far back. She doesn't. You go back and you go back and see. Okay, what they tell you, like, yo, we can see you back in time, but you can't come back and tell nobody what you saw. You know what I mean? Like, and you know the truth, but you can't say nothing. Like, yo, people talk. I wonder how they did the picture. You said it like, I've seen it, but I can't say nothing about it.
To where you say something, but people don't think it's real. Just write a comic about it.
Write a comic, a movie.
People just think it's entertainment.
Yeah. And you can come up like, it'd be crazy if like that's how they probably did it. Like that'd be wow, wouldn't it? Put that in a comic book or a movie. Yeah, I mean that's a smart way to kind of do it. And then all of a sudden they'd be like, wait, this is possible. Or if it is some kind of like futuristic or like they were a higher being than we were, at least mentally, anyways. Then I think if I knew that, I don't know if I could even keep that a secret, bro. I feel like I would be like, so I found out.
Let me tell y'all, pyramids. It was giants the whole time. No, sorry.
I mean, the people were saying like there's I guess there's some type of evidence that the giants did exist back then or something like that, or at least around there. So it's, I mean, I'm not one of these people like this is just absolutely crazy. I completely understand how things could exist, and it's like even the stuff that he burned. Like, here's the thing: Alexander burning all this stuff. It's like he might have burned some of this stuff, but I feel like they also kept a lot of stuff. And I feel like there's certain people even now.
This dude found him an asshole. Go back in time, come back and be a millionaire. Like, this nigga found your ass up.
Do you think that some of those possible burnings? Do you think some of those books actually still exist, and then the elite or whatever certain people kind of have them? or like some
Um,
risky
Of
behavior?
course.
I
I ain't
do
no.
think that, and the rumor is the Vatican is who holds that info.
Because
That's the
to me,
rumor.
it doesn't make any sense to burn certain books that have some knowledge that even if they, like, let's say they mastered the earth or they mastered certain things, that you would want to get that book and either rewrite it yourself and say, look, this is what we created this theory, whatever the case may be, or, which I think has happened also, or you would just keep those books locked away, like probably even certain paintings and certain type of like artifacts that's like, this is lost and it's never been found. It's like, nah, there's some type of rich white dude that got it in his crib and he shows people, hey, come through. I got this
The annual
old,
Christmas party. I'm gonna
Right.
show you
some
guys something.
real shit. Like, it's like they come through, they show you their exotic stuff that nobody knows about, and it's like they get off on that. It's like, yo, I found this, and this is like, cause it don't make any sense to me. Even when architects, they find stuff and it's just like, all right, you find something, you start telling people in the government, it's like they ain't gonna let you keep that mess. And we're like, hey, come off that, bro. We need that.
Oh
Right.
yeah. And,
I know.
and
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of stuff being passed down from generation to generation.
That
oh
too.
yeah, I heard about that. The Vatican took some stuff out the Bible. I heard about that.
Yeah, it's called the
And
Apocrypha. You can actually buy it on Amazon. Well, a piece of it.
and
I don't think it's the whole thing, but you can buy a piece of it on
and that,
Amazon.
I want to talk about something Keenan talked about on YouTube one time. I want you to tell people about the Barron Trump the damn
Oh, that shit's crazy.
the Donald Trump time travel thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, so shout out to Maya. I don't know if you know Maya Osborne is. She does like she's on Tahir's working car.
Yeah, Maya's the
She's
truth. She's the truth.
she's the one that
Hilarious.
actually people don't know. Like, we came up with that show, but she's the one that kind of did a lot of that research and found a lot of stuff, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll go over it. But she did a lot of digging for a lot of the conspiracies that we talked about. She was kind of like
Right.
the hand behind it. So yeah, she like her and her I think now fiance, they pretty much like they found like a lot of this stuff. I didn't know anything about that. They came to me with that one, and then when I read it, I
Right.
was like, and they started showing me pictures. I was like, whoa, this
It's
is kind of
crazy.
crazy here.
It's real crazy, and the fact that it
Like,
makes perfect sense is
yeah,
even
and then
more crazy.
them finding, I guess, like Nikola Tesla's stuff, and then the time travel, and then kind of stealing that stuff. It's like that all makes sense for those type of people. If somebody has that technology, either, hey, let me get it off you, or you want to give it up, all right, you're going to somehow have an accident. and
Somehow.
then we're going to take that shit. So that theory is kind of crazy because it's like, it will make sense to, like, even how his family got set up. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, go back to the vacation thing. It's like, yeah, you want to go back to these times, and now they writing books, and then you look at, it could be a coincidence of, like, at the end of the day, if you believe in God, the nigga just ran out of faces. He just keeps creating the same
Like,
faces
you know
over.
what?
I ain't got no more ideas, man.
Copy paste. I mean, I'm tired.
I mean,
Know what
like
I'm saying?
on the one hand, I'm like, I want like that's like. But then again, like, do you want to give time travel to a person like that? Like, nigga, really? It's like
But
coincidence. Like, man,
but according to the theory, it wasn't given. It was
Exactly.
taken.
Giving is different. Like, I'm not giving it to, as a black person, if I found time, I'm not giving it to nobody white. You crazy? We see what y'all do.
Man, I ain't giving time travel to nobody. I ain't saying shit. Cause you got
Yeah,
gonna walk out the house with dots on your body, and I ain't talking about chicken pox.
yeah, I'm not even telling anybody. I'm probably not even telling my spouse. I'm gonna try to keep that a secret until I can figure out what I need to really do with it, and then I might tell somebody that I feel like I can fully trust. But yeah, that's I don't know.
And with what you just said, that's how that book is too. With the 1060, the JFK joint. Like, he's like, yo, the dude, the old man, he was going back in time all the time. Like, he just come back. Like, yo, dude, like, that's how you got all this food so damn cheap. You know what I mean? You coming back feeding me burgers from the 1960s? Like, pretty much. I got it cheap. So it's like, I had to do this until I figured it out. So now you got to go back and do this job now. I'm like, you spend your whole life trying to figure this out. And you 80 years old, you got to go back and do this. I can't do this no more.
Yeah, I remember there was a comedian. I won't say his name, but it was a comedian I went to go see a while back, and he was saying to like even get rid of a lot of this stuff, like a lot of the evil people. He's like, bro, you got to go back and take out the whole bloodline. And I was like, and he was joking, but he was just like, but in all seriousness, that's the only way this works. The kids got to go, the babies got to go. I was like, golly, but he's just like,
that's the hard decision that people don't want to make.
Because it's like a child is technically innocent, but it's like if you don't take everybody else, like they're going to learn that this is their background or whatever. And it might be even the same thing with us, is why they keep us out of certain knowledge, away from certain things, away from certain books. Because if we find out who we really were, we'll be like, hey, bruh, we dead in all this shit now. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
Definitely makes sense. So, the Simpsons, guys, the Simpsons. A lot of people say that the creator is a time traveler himself, based on the fact that he's able to predict lots and lots of things. Is it mere coincidence, or
I'm gonna say
Buddy a time
coincidence.
traveler?
I'm gonna just chalk it up to coincidence. I'm like, bro. Some stuff is just like some stuff is like, man.
I think from so the theory that I heard is that what happens is that people try to hide things in plain sight. So they right? Supposedly they can't do certain things or certain evil things without telling the public. So it's kind of like what you said earlier. It's like you got to kind of hide it and disguise it in a movie, or hide it and disguise it in a TV show, or whatever the case may be. And the theory is that that's what The Simpsons is doing. The Simpsons is somebody that actually knows all this stuff, or like puts all this stuff in place. Like this stuff is all pre-planned. And what happens is they have to do what you said earlier, is they have to tell the public for karma, because like they're saying, the theory is that karma is real. So if you just go around killing motherfuckers, you gonna catch it. So you have to warn people. But if you warn people in movies, and it's like, well, hey, it's like, for instance, the pandemic, right? It's like they go, well, this is all, they did a simulation of the pandemic like a year or two beforehand, right? Supposedly, right? And it's like, and they put it out to the public, but nobody really cared. It's like, hey, we told you niggas. Hey, we told y'all it was coming. But y'all thought it was a joke. And it was just like, so they can do what they want to do. And supposedly even the new one that's coming is supposed to be a technology pandemic, where they're going to shut down, they're going to black out all technology for like a year or two. No Instagram, all your Bitcoin that you invested into, that shit is going to be pretty much dead. And then they're going to restart everything back up to where they can control it all again. That's supposed to be, they're already running a simulation like that right now about how the people will panic in that situation, which is crazy that they're even running that simulation.
It's called desensitization. You put it in a movie, and people, or you keep seeing it repetitively, people get so desensitized to it that when it happens, no one's shocked.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, to be honest.
Because the Simpsons guy, some of the stuff that there's a fine line between coincidence and reality. And I don't know. At this point, I'm believing Buddy is either he knows the simulation or he's a time traveler. One of the two.
Or we're living in a simulation.
Or that too.
That's what I said.
People saying that too. We did conspiracy theories about that too. But it's like, somebody said it in the comment section. It sounds like Black Mirror. Black Mirror, one of my favorite shows of all time now. Like after watching the episodes of that show, just like they predicted some shit too. People not necessarily tying it to it, but like the episode with the Google glasses, like not Google glasses, but like the glasses where it's not glasses, but it's like an implant in your head, and you can like rewind your day if you want to. You can rewind, fast forward, go through, and all this shit about to happen like when the metaverse comes up. It's about to be a whole. It's like
talk about getting catfish, bro.
Let me tell you something. You won't catch me with that Oculus device. I watch Sword Art Online. I'm not about that action. I'm not. I'm just
niggas
really
already weird. If you don't want to give motherfuckers another reason to be fucking weird. Being there
Yeah.
getting nigga being his mom being super like metaverse guys. I'm
Yeah, Kid
6'5".
said, notice how everything sounds like an episode of something we have seen. I mean, exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, I played the Oculus. I played like I guess my niece has it, right? And I went over to my brother's house and I played it. And I'm playing like a shoot 'em up game. And it was like after about 10 minutes it gets scary. Because first you're adjusting. You're like, oh, this is kind of crazy. Where's my, my spatial awareness, my spatial balance? Because you might run into a wall or punch a wall if you're playing a boxing game, whatever. But the game that I was in was like you're like in a world and you're like playing as a person. You gotta you're living in like an alternate universe. It's like you gotta kill like these like the world is like ran by machines and bugs and shit like that. And this was at a level that was when it first came out. And I'm like, bro, once they perfect this, they already got porn doing that. They already got, you put the things on, and you can watch porn in VR, and it feels like it seems like it's real. That's too much.
That's way too much.
Let me tell you, I was watching.
What's so wrong with your reality that you got to escape to an alternate universe?
You're gonna be depressed because, well, I mean, here's the problem. It's like Instagram has already proven it. Instagram has already showed us that being in an alternate reality is better, right? Because everybody on Instagram, for the most part, is living a false life. They're putting up only the highlights of their life. They're depressed, but they're putting up pictures. It always reminds me of that Drake line. It's like that Drake line where he says she took a bunch of pictures where she was at, whatever, on vacation, and she still posts those pictures like she's actually there still, but she's really super depressed in life. That's a lot of this. So it's like, yeah.
But the thing about that is, even it's gonna be depressing even in that kind of world too, because he's still gonna have. They're still gonna set it up where you're gonna have the high society people in there. The people that are like, yo, you gotta spend money to get this type of stuff to look.
Sure.
You still want to be Mr. Get Fresh, you gotta buy this stuff. So you're gonna have regular people like, man, I can't even afford that in real life. I'm not gonna buy no virtual. And it's kind of like now I seen they got a new Matrix game on the PS5. I was watching somebody play yesterday. When I tell you, when that nigga Neo came on the screen, it actually looked like him. It didn't look like no regular, like, you thought it was like how we look at you, like, and the dude watch like, yo, that's a damn, it looked ridiculous. These games are getting ridiculous. We thought the PS1 graphic was dope back in the day. These 5, good lord.
We did. We thought we was doing something.
I'm like, yo.
That's
like,
real.
so lifelike, and it's like pixelated.
I think that's why I even kind of like I don't play video games as much. It's like, and if I do, it would be like just probably like a Madden or something like that. But it's like what you're saying too is it's essentially NBA 2K. It's like cats are out there playing and paying for like the swag on there, the sneakers, and they're decking out their person, and they got to pay for tattoos. And it's just like, bruh, like you out here really paying $100 for virtual reality shoes instead of paying $100 for your own shoe, like.
I guess it's like
I can't. No, I can't do it.
I guess it's one of the things like you spending $20 on 2,000 coins, 200,000 coins, and the shoe is, it's I guess like it's easy to do it. They're like it's just like dog. Some people take these my plays way too damn serious. Hey, look, you ain't even got that in real life.
But I was gonna say with this metaverse, I mean they've already kind of tested this. So I used to play on a chat called. They have two of them. They have IMVU and then they have Second Life, and it's pretty much that without the VR thing. It's like you have a character, you can dress that character up, you can buy clothes, you can buy these fake houses, and you live this lavish life. But when you cut that computer off, back to reality.
Yeah.
And it causes a lot of depression. Like I did this when I was younger, and I had to step away from it because it's like now I'm pretending to be a whole nother person.
Yeah.
And so it's like I need to get back to reality.
Yeah, I mean the movie Avatar was a great place to kind of see that, right? I never watched it, but I remember reading articles about how some people wanted to kill themselves, some people went into depression because when they went and watched Avatar, not The Last Airbender, but the the actual Avatar movie, we get to go into the other place or whatever. People were so like, man, they had the 3D glasses on. They're like, I want to live here. I want to be here, man. It just seems so peaceful and beautiful, and this is where I want to be at. And it's like, that's what people are going to do. They're going to be locked in. It's going to be similar. It's like, yeah, Black Mirror with the episode with Anthony Mackie, where he's in there and he's smashing old boy that's being like the Asian girl, and because he's technically acting like he's the girl. What?
Wait, whoa.
So there's an episode.
Whoa,
Watch Black Mirror.
Hold the fuck on.
Watch Black Mirror. Black Mirror is one of the best shows
Nigga,
that has been created in a very
you
long
lost me when you said, dude. You led with dude smash his homeboy as an Asian woman. Like, you didn't say he was an Asian woman, but it was his home. You led with homeboy. Then
So this is
no.
so I guess the setup of the episode is like this is video game that they're playing, right? And in this video game, it's like a fighting game, but it's like you're like real people in this fighting game. So but you can feel everything. So when you do, it's like you put this thing on and you kind of like zone out like that, and you lock into the game. And so when you're punching and kicking, like you feel like if you're getting socked, you like you're bouncing and jumping or whatever. So you get the feelings of that game. If you get hurt, you feel that. So what was happening was Anthony Mackie was I think he was like a character, and he was playing against this other character. He's playing his homeboy. His homeboy picked a girl, and they were just fighting at first, right? So it's an Asian girl and maybe like I think he's an Asian guy or maybe like a white guy, and then all of a sudden they started like fighting, and then all of a sudden it started to turn sexual. And
That is just.
as the characters, they're having sex. So they're feeling that. And so Anthony Mackie's wife ends up finding out eventually, and she feels like it's kind of like cheating, but, you know, she kind of lets it roll out because their relationship is technically getting a little sour anyways.
The only thing about that is that lets me question both of them. That makes me question the home, but like, dog, you enjoy it a little too much, my boy.
So here's the thing. I'm trying to type a comment back to somebody. All right, so what they do is they address that. They go like, man, you know, they're like, man, we ain't gay, man. It ain't nothing like that. So it's a dude. I think it's a black dude that plays he plays Candyman in the new Candyman. He's the other guy.
Okay.
So they end up meeting up, and it's just like, yo, man, that's like Anthony Mackie's kind of like, man, we ain't hell no, man, we men. So they end up meeting up like in the rain, and they kind of like I think they kind of like actually wrestling. They're kind of like scrapping for real. And so they try to see if it's real. They'll be like, all right, am I really attracted to my best friend, or is it literally just a video game? So they end up kissing. They end up kissing, essentially. And then they kind of like, hell no, dog. Hell no, I ain't into this shit. So they realize that it's literally just a video game thing. But it ends up being so weird. It's like, sorry, it's already spoiler alerts, but it's like, towards the end, pretty much, like, that's their guilty pleasure now. It's like his wife, she had a thing where she would, she wants to, like, I guess once a year go fuck a random guy. So she would act like a different person, and she would fuck a random guy as like a different person. And then in this video game, for him to get his rocks off, because he wasn't super sexually attracted to his wife anymore, he would go into this video game, and he would smash his homeboy, technically.
That just sounds so wrong.
When you watch the show, or that particular, because every episode is different. Every episode is its own thing. So when you watch that episode in particular, you're going to be like, dog, this is like, we're not far from that. It's not about smashing necessarily, but we're not far from that. The Oculus glasses is damn near that.
So do you think,
feel it yet.
do you think, well, I mean, you know, Elon Musk is supposedly on the verge of creating a Neuralink to where you'll be able to.
You know what, though?
Once that happens, but here's the thing, too. Sorry to cut you off, but just to add to this point real quick. When you get into these video games, and let's say you're in a video game like that, you're fighting against a random person, you don't know who they are on the other side. This big, nasty, 12 sandwich eating, fat, nasty, hairy, ugly, unattractive person can make themselves the hottest woman on the planet, or hottest person on the planet, and they're like, yo, I'm just gonna go around trying to fuck people. And you have no clue. You would literally, like, you think you just smashed a young Halle Berry, and then when this dude's sitting there laughing like, yeah, got another one. Like, if he creates that, that's where we're going.
The scary part about it is you get lost into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you forget that you forget that you are like, how do you unplug from that? Like, it's like
Well, if you watch Sword Art Online, they can't unplug.
That's my point. You then that we got your ass now.
So essentially, in the sense of like time travel, do you like, because it?
Yep, Ready Player One.
With the Neuralink, does it like alter your sense of time? Like, does your body still age with the sense of time? Do you get stuck? I mean, it's just like, is time even relevant anymore?
You know how
it's not relevant now.
Do you need to eat?
Right. Do you need
these things? You know how fucked up it'd be you be in that mother for 5 minutes, come back, it's 5 years later. You in a hospital. Your family, you don't like, nigga, hell no. You want to go out like that?
Yeah, or like people in your family have died because you were in there for so long.
I mean, I think people gonna start looking for you out there. Like, if you live by yourself, your family, I ain't heard from this nigga.
So you should watch Sword Art Online, Tony. Like, basically, it's a good isekai. Basically the person who created the game, it's essentially the metaverse.
Yep.
They lock everyone in, and if anyone tries to remove your device, like in the real world, it kills you. If you die in the game, you supposedly die in real life. I haven't finished.
Oh, hell no!
I don't know if it's real. I'm only on season 1, so.
But I think season 1 and season 2, and I think there might be a season 3 also. But I think season 2, I don't know if it's fully connected to season 1. It might be. Cause I watched the whole season 1, but I heard season 2 wasn't that good, so I didn't pick up season 2 yet.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so I mean, when they announced this metaverse and the Oculus and the Neuralink, I'm like, I've seen Sword Art Online. Like, this is not a good idea.
But what if it's one of them things
person controlling it?
Okay, going back to the whole coincidence thing. What if everything is come from an idea? Like, yo, what if I can make that real? What if that idea I can actually make that? Everything starts from a concept. Everything, yo, wireless headphones. Like, yo, there's no such thing. That can't happen. Then you're like, all right, let's try this. Let's do this. Let's see if I can. It's like, let me try to make something like this. And like, then you get enough money behind it, you can fund anything. So like, what everything that's come from like idea, I can make that real. Just to play like, yo, I don't want to get that. I don't want to chalk everything up to the game. I want to make sense of something. Like, what if everything is coming like, you know what? We can make that happen.
I mean, I think that's where it's at. It's like, I mean, you look at something like 3D printing. 3D printing changed the game too. It's like, shit, you can make this and it can happen like that. There's a show also on Amazon Prime called Upload. Because it's like, we're talking about the metaverse and your conscience and stuff like that. And they're making it to where, on that show, it's like, when you're about to die, what they do is they take your conscience and they upload it to this metaverse, really what it is. And it's like, depending how much you make, you can like, you get to a certain part, you can get to certain metaverses. Like, you get to this mansion one where you're like in this beautiful place where you can live, and it's so dope. But you live forever through your consciousness, and your family can come see you. They can like tap into that world and like go into their consciousness and go into that world. And y'all can hang out. You can still see your father that you might have not seen for 25 years, and they don't age there. It's like, that's what the metaverse is going to be. That's like that shit. When I saw that show. And I don't think I heard of the metaverse yet at that time. And then when they started talking about it, I was like, the first thing I thought of was Upload and Sword Art Online. I said, that's what it's going to be.
Benny said metaverse is the next frontier. People are buying property for millions in its first.
Yeah,
I've been seeing videos like, let me tell you how you can buy meta currency. And I'm like,
I tried to
buy some property.
Damn, Ken, not you too, bro.
Well, here's the thing, bro. This shit is inevitable. It's going to happen. The metaverse is going to happen. Whether you think it's crazy or not, it's going to happen. So it's like,
I believe it.
I look at it like this. When it comes to us as black people, we're always behind in a lot of different things. So it's like this I was looking at it as an opportunity to all right, if this happens, to get some bread off it. It's the same thing with NFTs, the same thing with cryptocurrency, right? It's like like people like Snoop and Travis Scott, like they're buying things there. Let's say like, because this is what I was watching a video on. They were saying how if you buy some property in the metaverse, right, and Travis Scott does a virtual concert there, like he did in what's that game?
Fortnite,
like he did in Fortnite. He's going to be doing, like, artists are going to be getting paid probably millions to do concerts in the metaverse, right? Because you can create your own world. You can literally make
and
yourself
you don't
grow.
have to worry about people getting trampled in real life.
Exactly. Trampled, getting sick, whatever the case may be, right? So if you own a piece of property near that land, most likely somebody's going to want to rent that property so they can sell virtual T-shirts of Travis Scott or Kanye West or whatever, and they're going to need your land, so they'll rent it from you, and you be like, yo, I need a piece, I need 10% of everything you bring in. This shit is going to happen. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money, bro. Like, I understand, but it's good.
So let me tell you why so this isn't a new concept at all. Like I said, if you've played Second Life, on Second Life, you have pretty much virtual land, and people can rent patches of that land to build their virtual homes. So essentially, the metaverse is taking a concept that someone else developed, the Second Life creator developed, and bringing it to their platform to where buying a virtual land is not a new concept. So, I mean, it's been around for over 10 years. Because I used to play Second Life all the time.
That's like some sim shit.
I had to rent every week. You pay $2-3 or whatever the price is to rent a virtual plot on someone's virtual land.
But at the same time, it's like, it's so, that kind of, people are already weird as it is. You know what I mean? They're already flexing, big flexing. Now you get these niggas power though. I got all this, but you still trash in real life. Like, you ain't the man, you the man in this virtual, but you still trash as a human being. Like,
But it's just like social media. People are the man or woman on social media, but they're horrible people or they're losers in real life. And it's like it's all about perception. Perception is the new reality. So it's like if you're perceived in this new metaverse as the man or as a dope ass person, it's like that's all that matters. You get that instant gratification. It's like that dopamine hit in your brain. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that matters to. It's like I don't do drugs. So for me, I'm not gonna lie. At a point in time, Instagram likes and comments and videos doing well. That shit, it did feel good. It felt like,
bruh.
It felt like I don't know what drugs feel like that because I haven't done them like that. But it's like it felt like kind of like sex a little bit. It's like that gratification. Like, oh,
bruh.
That's serotonin release.
Man, it's like I can relate because like when I first started doing like big numbers on YouTube, when I first hit that first 1,000, it felt like, yo, you just want to keep, like, nigga, I want to keep getting 1,000. Then I hit like 90,000 on the video. Like, oh shit. Then I hit but then once them likes, when them views, when YouTube switched over, once YouTube switched over, people wasn't getting that like that. Gosh damn. You know, I don't even want to make videos no more.
It gets discouraging.
Yep.
Hold on. Side note. Who's that on your Memphis Grizzlies? Who's that Memphis Grizzlies jersey? Because I kept looking at that jersey. Who's on there? Like
Bibby.
Mike Bibby. Okay.
It's a Bibby. It's Mike.
Okay.
Mike Bibby, number 10.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. It's like when you have a video that does well. It's like now you're trying to recreate that moment, and it's very difficult. But you want to feel that same thing again. You want to feel that same feeling about like when you got 90,000 people are like commenting and loving it. It's like if we're on social media, we can't act like that's not what we want.
Right.
It's the reason why we're on social media. It's that, like for me, I think I've done a better job on like at least now of like not letting it get to me that much. But as an entertainer and a comedian, at the end of the day, I still need the people. Because I need y'all to come to shows, I need y'all to buy tickets, all that stuff. So I need y'all to view my shit.
I'm not gonna lie, it's like when we got invited onto a platform, Navy Montel. He's OG in the Blerd game. And you know, when we were on there, you know, June will tell you, it's like it ain't gonna lie, it feels good for someone to be like, you know, I've been following y'all, you know, y'all are dope. It's like, oh, you see us. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean, and that's just real. I mean,
it feels
anybody that
good.
say they don't like that gratification, that little inkling of knowing that someone is watching them and someone appreciates what they do, they lie.
Yeah, when you don't even know, like when it was like, yo, I've been watching y'all from it, like, wait, huh? I'm sitting there, they having a good time. I'm still like, us? Like, we just started like a summer ago. Like, we didn't even like,
Yeah.
what the? It's like, and I love it. Like, yo, that feels like that still feels good if you talk about like, yo, somebody you never know who rocks with you, but it goes back to how as an entertainer, I do music, Kenny, you do comedy. Like they said, the internet shuts down. We're fucked. It's going back to the I gotta pass out flyers at coffee shops and barber shops, and I
Yeah.
gotta go back to the '90s, which ain't bad. I kind of like that grind anyway. That's my bag anyway. But like the
Yeah.
internet is so easy, so easy. Like flyer up, check me out. But I gotta go out, rain, sleet, cold. I gotta like yo, check this out. Buy my album, pass it.
Let's
Like,
just be real. The people like y'all who are used to that old school grind, I feel like y'all will be okay. But these new age folk who got their start strictly on social media, they're not going to know how to transition to going back to that. So for them, it's essentially the end of the world for this the social media and the internet and all that to go away.
but see, I think it's like this for me. It's like I come from that era. You come from the era too where you really had to like. So you go into you got to go into Best Buy, got to go to FYI, you got to go in then you see somebody album or up and coming artist album for like they giving it away like yo this is check this person out, it's free. You see a flyer at the barbershop, I'm gonna check that show. You go get you some coffee, like oh this going down here tonight, cool. Like word of mouth. We come from the era, we all like grew up in the 90s from that word of mouth era. Like, all right, cool, wasn't no internet. So like the new kid, like I'm fuck, I'm SoundCloud, I'm YouTube. That's all I got. Like nah, it's gonna be a hard transition to go back. All right, cool. I know what to do. I know what to do. Calm down. I know what to do.
What's
I
up,
gotta
DSPG?
now
But
I gotta
you know what?
pay these rent. I'm go
But
ahead.
sorry, I'm saying somebody said even the textbooks are online now. So it's like if that shuts down and there's no more even physical textbooks, which is like,
They got books. They still got
well,
some
they
But
probably
they're
have
books.
most of them,
outdated. They're
but they're
outdated.
outdated. And I remember even when I was in college, like I was in college up to about 2011, and when I was there, a lot of our books were starting to be like you know just like a ebook or whatever the case may be, because you didn't it was like a lot of people didn't want to have to carry books, or you got a physical copy and you got an e-copy. And like you said about earlier about our generation and this generation, a lot of this generation too is they're introverts. So even just the thought of having to go outside, like we're the last generation, we're the last play outside generation. We play tag. You know what I'm saying? This new generation doesn't know what tag is. They might do a virtual one, but like going outside, they didn't have outside clothes. We had outside clothes, we had play clothes. Like
Couldn't wear
they
your
don't have
good shoes outside. Go
You
put
better
on
be
that
in the house.
busted looking one.
You gotta
so
be
when
in the
you
house
like
for the street lights come on.
exactly. So what you said, like if it ever went back to that, we would be like, damn. But we've been there, so we can tap into that. And same with our parents. But like a kid that's like 18, 19, 20, even 25, they're gonna be like, bruh, this is not wow. I gotta go outside and I gotta have like face-to-face contact with everybody now. That's the only way. I can't order food. I can't even order food on the app.
Nigga. It'd be like because I remember when
Well,
you had to like literally be back in the house before the street lights came. You out here being Mr. Fast, being Mr. Get Bad, chasing after girls. Your mama like you better have your ass in this house. Quit
yeah,
chasing.
Let's just be real. If they do the simulation that Keenan said they already been practicing for, we gonna be time traveling for real back to the
But it ain't the
80s and
same though.
90s.
But it ain't the same though.
to a point.
It won't be the same. Like I'm literally talking about if I could go back to see the shot that Jordan made against Utah, that game be there live in effect. But you gotta be Mr. Can't see, can't let them see you, be in the corner. Ah! But just yo, like you be the nigga in the background. Wait, ain't that
Wearing that same shirt you got on. Like, hey,
nigga?
who's
Nah,
that
nah,
coming
nah. To be the fucked up part is that door, that gold door open, pull his ass. No!
But here's the thing, though, it's like, would you even feel the same energy with something like that, even though you know it's already coming? Like, if you know Jordan might do this straight away, or this push off. It was a push off when he pushed off Brian Russell, and he hits the jumper, and you know all that's coming. It's like, yeah, you get to feel the electricity of the building, but is it going to be even virtually the same because you know what's about to happen, even though it's down to the second is about to happen?
But I'm gonna fuck with you real quick.
You be fucked up. No, let me, because I think we gonna say the same thing.
Oh yeah, we are. Go ahead.
He do that push off, and nigga missed that shot.
And just by you being there, fuck it all up. And just my luck, I didn't bet everything on this guy. Yeah, he about to get this big money. Oh, fuck. I can just leave. Like, yo, I'm leaving town. I'm good.
Dog, no. Bro, if you went there and he goes and he misses a shot, it's going to be worse for you because you know what's supposed to happen. You're going to be like, bro, like they have a 50-50 chance of what's going to happen. You know 100% what's supposed to happen. So you're going to be like, all right, this has to be my fault because it wasn't supposed to go this way.
Yeah, because they say Tony Stark even said it, and it goes back to that joint I was telling you. Time doesn't want to be changed. It pushes back. So it'll stop everything that if you're going to fuck this up, it's going to stop it. So it's going to make sure that you're not going to fuck this moment up. You want to be it? He ain't making this shot. Damn, I didn't bet my. But you can always go back home. So like, damn.
But can you go back home to everything being the same? That's the question. It goes back to how is time really affected by going back in time?
I don't even want to go back now.
I can't even hear you.
Yeah, because we could hear you.
Nope.
You sound horrible. You sound now. You can't hear. You gotta get off and come back, bro.
Look, it's because I'm a robot.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said LeBron wants to go back in time to them 2011 NBA Finals.
Hey man,
no, we ain't taking
nothing
away from
brother.
I'm a Bron fan. That's why. Hey, if I was Bron, I'll go back to look. The only NBA Finals I believe LeBron should have lost is the ones to the KD and Steph Curry led Warriors, and the ones in 2007. That's it.
The one when they came back. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, not the one against Dallas.
No, he should have won the one against Dallas.
Yeah.
But Dirk was on the mission.
Dirk killed everybody that year. Dirk killed everybody. Dirk said, fuck Russell Westbrook, fuck Kevin Durant, fuck James Harden, fuck Kobe, and fuck LeBron, fuck Chris Bosh, fuck Dwayne Wade. I'm Dirk Nowitzki, motherfuckers.
And
that was all in the same final.
I am.
You are? Wait. Again, was Michael Finley on that? Because you got a Finley.
Yeah, no. He was gone.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Terry.
Mike, JJ Barea.
JJ Barea. It was JJ Barea, Jason Terry, Dirk Nowitzki. What's that dude's name? Chandler.
Tyson Chandler. That's his name.
Tyson Chandler.
What's the Sean Marion?
Defensive player of the year, Tyson Chandler.
Okay, yeah. I was just making sure because I know they won it like a year or two after they traded Steve Nash, right? And then I thought I
would hate to be Steve Nash at that time. Fuck.
Yeah, cause I like Michael Finley back in the day. I was a Michael Finley fan. Because I wanted him.
And I was happy when he came to San Antonio.
That was his last years, though, man.
And he still did what he needed to do. Old ass Michael Finley still boomed on people.
Did he get one there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As long as he got one.
It was him, Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, Manu, Tony Parker.
Wait, Finley got one?
Mm-hmm. In San Antonio.
But he must have been riding the fence then.
Had to. As long as you get it.
Hey, hold on. Let me get off, y'all, because I'm still doing my schoolwork.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Peace out, bro.
With his no textbooks.
Yep.
But it's like, just going back in time, like, it sounds so. I just want to know what the consequences would be. It's like,
the only way is to go back in time.
I don't want to because you never know it. You never know. Like, my timeline, baby, changed. It's like, where did Junie go? Where did Crystal go? Like, you go back. We all miss, like, that missing person. Like, just disappeared out of nowhere. Like, he not a trace to be found. Like, where did he go? It's kind of like the man from Torrid. He like, yo, he was like, yo, and he goes to the airport. He takes this trip all the time. Like, yo, this country doesn't exist. He points to it on the map like, it's, dude, what are you talking about? They think he's crazy. This dude is spazzing at this time. They put him in a hotel room, typical. Combat man gone. Like, how? Like, I don't want that kind of smoke. Like, you leave. He's like, the man disappeared out of trace. What happened to him?
Where'd he go?
It's like,
Yeah, there was a few videos I watched where it said that people claim to be from countries that no longer exist, or don't exist, or the name aren't there, and it's just like, but then they can't find these people. Like,
then they
nowhere.
disappear. Like, they disappear. Like you in a 15-story hotel. And you got 2 guards outside the window. The windows in the hotel don't open like that. The nigga then jump. All your stuff gone. Where'd you go? Did you get pruned? Did you get pruned? Did the TVA come pop your ass? Like, yo, welcome to the TVA, homie. Get your ticket. We about to prune your bitch ass.
Because and it's that too. It's like, okay, the consequences of time travel, like, or inner. Or parallel universe travel, whatever you want to call it. You know,
I believe in that more too.
Do you have someone like the TVA that will prune your ass or take you from existence because you decided you wanted to fuck with shit?
I think if there's time travel known, and like say in the future, right? We don't have it now, right? But in the future they do have it. If there's time travel, there's no way it's not like overseen. It's not possible. They would never release anything to the public without having some type of restrictions. So if that is the case, you're right. I think they got somebody that can either do like a pruning thing, or they can just get you back in line. Or if you time travel, what if you time travel, but you can't physically time travel? Like you can, if you say you can subconsciously take yourself there, like on a metaverse type thing. It's like you can subconsciously go there, and you're there, and you're able to see shit, but you're not necessarily able to interact with a person. You're essentially like kind of like a ghost in a sense, or like a fly on the wall type thing.
I'll do you one better. It's kind of like saying you could go back, but they're like, yo, but they catch you like, yo, you go back to the 60s and you see something you weren't supposed to see. Like, we're gonna send you back. Nobody's gonna believe you. You're gonna look crazy. Or you go to the future.
I'll keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right, you go to the future and you go back. I'm really gonna see you. You're gonna look crazy. Like, you can tell people. I'm gonna tell. Who's gonna believe you? I mean, somebody's going to. You're gonna have like one conspiracy, like dude from the King of the Hill, Dale, who gonna believe you. Yeah, I believe him. But other than that, nobody gonna believe you.
Well, I think that's where it kind of gets tough. I think that's where I don't know if I necessarily believe if at least regular people are going back physically to time travel. I could see the rich elite going back, and like I said, I feel like they're on some like, you know, they'll do some shit where it's just like, hey man, like, you know, we got this money, the world is boring, we done seen everything, let's go here and see if we can change something in the future. That'd be kind of cool, right? We can change our future, see what even happens.
Right.
I don't see them letting us, the general public, go back physically to possibly, and if there is time travel, if you can go back and do something back then, and then they'll change something now.
Somebody asked you a question, Keenan.
You're hilarious. You still do skits with Clayton? Yeah, sometimes I do. Like, Clayton lives like right down the street from me. He lives like a 5-minute drive from me. So, it just right now. Sometimes our schedules just don't link up. But he literally called me like right before I left to Hawaii, like a week ago. We talked on the phone, and we do.
He swam in Hawaii, y'all. Keenan don't want to fly. He swam in Hawaii. He got an early start.
Bro, no, I'm down to fly. I can't swim actually.
Nah,
so,
he really fucked.
Yo, in Hawaii, we went jet skiing, and I'll tell you this: it was raining while I was jet skiing, like raining bad, big waves hitting us. I was on the back of my girl's jet ski, holding on for dear life. Like, babe, slow down, babe.
Yeah, we're gonna, yeah.
That's when I was like, she loves me. that was definitely the least manliest I ever been in my entire fucking relationship. There's never been a point in time where she's seen me that vulnerable.
That dude Keenan in his mind, like, she gonna think I'm such a bitch after this.
That's what I thought. I told her to slow down one time. I said, babe, slow down. Luckily, she didn't hear me, because if she did, I'd be like, all right, nigga, after this vacation, we're I can't do this. Babe, slow down? No.
No, he got the panties. Now, here are the panties. Here go the dress. Here the bra. Put this on. Give me your suit, man.
I felt mad. So, but I was saying, like, I think if you time travel for the general public, if there's anything that you can change, they don't let us go. Like, it's not about that.
It's called The Yoga of Time Travel, How the Mind Can Defeat Time. I haven't read it yet, but I have it. I was attempting to read it for this live so I could, like, discuss it, but I had Comic-Con last weekend. I mean, I was homesick from work.
They ain't watching. I put it this way. T-Pain made a dope, he was on the Decent America podcast years ago. He's like, yo, if you go back in time, because he's like, you know, Earth's moving forward. He said, do you go to the Earth? If you go forward in time, you go back to the Earth, to where the world was at that time? Or would you go back and just end up in a void? Or would you be back in time where the Earth was at that time? If you time travel. Because I don't want to go back to a void. Like, nothing, just. Or would you go back to where the Earth was at that time?
What's the point of time traveling if that's the case?
Like, I mean, I think you can only go back. If you could time, I think I wouldn't want to go to the future because you go back and see some shit like, yo.
The future is like, the unknown is always scary, but I don't know if I'd rather see the future over the past.
I'd rather see the past.
The history was the worst subject in the world to me growing up as a child, because the history that we learned growing up, all they taught us is like, you're a slave again, you're a slave again, you're a slave. I'm like, dang, I'm always a slave. Shit. So I always.
And then you learn about Mansa Musa and.
You learn about a bunch of other things, and then you watch hidden color documentaries 1 through 5. And you're like, shit, we were dope. So it's like,
dope.
It's tough. It's like, what would you rather do? Would you rather time travel to the future or to the past?
Me personally, I do the past because I know there's some things that I want to, if I could go back in time and just, if it's like I can see how certain events would have played out if I did certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like if I did take that chance on that, or if I did go to that one college and not decide to go to another college where I have met where my life played out a different way, you know what I mean? Because there was one college I was going to go to, but I knew too many people that was going to that same one. I said, nah, I want to be around them niggas. I'm in school with them. So I went to a different one. So I'm like, I bet. But I'm like, yo, if I did go.
I have that thought, like when it comes to going to college, like sometimes I feel like I should have went, but then it's like I wouldn't be where I am now.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like everything is kind of like what's the chick from the TVA? Like that was supposed to happen. They were supposed to do that. That didn't affect. Like I feel like everything we do is supposed to happen, and if you do something, it fucks us up. And I feel like that's what I say. Like. How like I supposed to like when Shaq said I was supposed to be with Biggie the night he died, but he fell asleep and woke up. Yeah, I was supposed to be in the car with that dude that night. Whew! Yeah, it's like just that. Like we wouldn't have had Shaq if he would have been. Imagine if he was like I was determined to be with that nigga that night. Like nah, God said nah, take your butt to sleep, playboy. Took a quick nap, woke up, everything was gone.
I mean, this is a whole nother conspiracy theory in itself. But just like they say that this guy, I think he visited the World Trade Center every morning. They had something he did every morning, but just that one morning he didn't do it.
He stopped to go get bagels or something.
Something, and
I know what you're talking about.
He didn't make it to the World Trade Center that day, and then 9/11 happened.
It's like the dude that got caught cheating. He's like yo. That woman found her husband was cheating on her. They're like, yo, where you at? Oh, I'm at work. No, you're not. If you are, you'll be dead right now.
Right. Oh
I'm
man.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah. Damn, that's a crazy way to get caught cheating, bro. That's horrible.
But as the spouse of, so say your significant other is supposed to be at work at the trade center, you panicking because now you think that something happened to him, but then you find out they cheating somewhere. Are you relieved or are you angry?
I think
Me, I'll say this for me. I say I'm a petty nigga, so I was like, I'm gonna be pissed. But I could have been. I don't give a fuck about that. This is like I'm a reality based person. So the fact that you wasn't there, I can't think about that. I just think about what actually happened. So I'm gonna be hot, and I'm probably gonna be like, I wish you was in that fucking
first building.
I wish you was in that building. I wish you had to jump out of that whatever floor it was. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would feel, because I know how I am. So yeah.
Someone said,
"Is the Earth flat or round?"
There's no substantial evidence to prove either one.
Yeah, because it's like because here's the thing. My brother, he used to work for NASA. I actually want to ask him that, but I just feel like when somebody like I'm not like Tyree in a sense where I'm like, yeah, it was definitely flat. I can't say it was a definite, but it's true when you see these pictures of like the Earth, it looks hella fake. Like when you see like everything looks CGI as hell, nothing looks real. It just makes me think: have we really been to space? And is space really what it is? What we're telling what the public what space is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
That's why my answer is always there's no substantial evidence to 100% prove whether it's round or flat.
Yeah, it's on some butter crip shit now. If you pick one or the other, like I did the video, the flat earther video, and they was on my ass. I was like, hey, bro.
Hey, I saw that video.
Like people understand too. Keenan Conspiracy is. Here's how the show was kind of built. It was like I was literally kicking in with, like I said, Maya, Tony V, which is her fiance, and I was at their crib. And we're just talking, and they was just showing me videos, and we just always just started talking about conspiracies, and some stuff we thought wasn't real, and he was asking about stuff like flat Earth. I was just like, man, man, that shit ain't important to me. What does it mean? If it's flat or is it round? How does that change my life right now? Does it? I don't give a shit. Why do I care about flat Earth? So, that's when. So they were just like, we're talking. So when we're talking about it, they were just like, oh, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, Sir Wavy said, I feel like they photoshopping the Earth like a bad bitch on IG.
Yeah, I mean, it looked
damn.
Back in the day, it looked trash, and I was like, oh, like in the 80s, it looked better. In the 90s, like, okay, you looking kind of sexy. Okay, you got cake.
Earth got ass,
okay.
Kurt. Earth got ass on.
Earth got ass.
Earth got them yams.
Earth got a BBL in these streets.
Yeah. So that's how the kind of show. So the show is like it's loosely based on me believing in some of these things and some I don't believe in. But it's also like Keenan Conspiracy is like he's kind of a character. So it's like it's part of me, but it's not my full thought process. Like there has to be a balance between Tony and myself, right? Tony's more what a lot of conspiracy theories are like, nah, bruh. So you need that need that balance on the show for somebody to be like, that sounds completely fake.
I've seen every episode and y'all killing it. I'm like,
y'all go check it out. It is funny because Tony
hilarious.
would be over there like, no,
who are you talking to?
Yeah, I mean, there's the episode where we talked about the Illuminati and how like somebody was. You remember BlackBerry Messenger was a thing?
Yeah.
And somebody was trying to hit him on BlackBerry Messenger like, hey man, I'll give you like 10,000 if you show me a video of you like jacking off or whatever the case may be. He was like, what? I'll give you 20,000. What? And Tony was like, bro, there's no amount of money that I would ever do anything like that or sell my soul for. Like he's like, what I love about Tony too, he don't operate off money like that in the sense of like, yo, I can be bought. Which is why he's not like TV movie famous. You know what I'm saying?
Because he should be. That is hilarious.
He should be one of the biggest people right now in entertainment. But the fact that he's just like, bro, I'm not going to do anything for that. It's like, if you don't mess with me, hey, I tour. I make a good living touring, and that's why I rock with him, and that's why I look at his blueprint. I know everybody's blueprint's different, but it's like at least taking pieces of his blueprint and being like, because that's kind of what I want. I don't want to ever be controlled by the powers that be or Hollywood for like, hey, bruh, we need you to do this, man. If you don't do it, we're going to need something from you. It's like, nigga, I'll just go tour for a year and I'll make $1 million and $2. So, like, I don't,
That's kind of like with the music industry. Like, nigga, like, I got a $90 million contract. Dude, you got to pay that money back, bro. That's like, labels will tie you up for so much shit. It's a goddamn shame. Like, yo, nobody want to be independent, but when you get in that contract and realize, yo, you can't do what you thought you could do, you got to pay that 90 back. And you was like trying to get out of a contract. Nope.
I picked a career field where I just don't get paid nothing. I save your life, but I gotta eat noodles when I get home.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean,
being a first responder sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
They get paid on commission. How many bodies y'all pick up?
How many bodies y'all pick up? I wish, because as many as I pick up, I should be getting paid a lot.
Damn.
Wait, so you were first responder?
Yes.
Woo. Man.
Yep.
She seen some shit.
I have seen some shit, but I don't get paid no shit. I think my paycheck be scarier than the shit I see.
Damn.
Yeah.
Stephen King ain't got none of her paychecks. She opened up. Oh, God, no.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I watch all these horror films, and I don't get scared till I open my bank account.
Damn.
I'm about to ask you, are you desensitized?
Yes. Very.
Damn.
Very, because my best friend will be like, that's not, I was like, you sound so insensitive. I'm like, you have to be. I watch people die. I can't have feelings every time someone dies, or I'd be crying all the time.
Ooh.
She took you want to see a dead body to a whole nother level.
I saw one 2 weeks ago. I mean, I was sad I couldn't get the lady back, but I mean, it is what it is. You can't save everybody. The reality is, majority of the time when we do CPR, we lose majority of our patients. We lose more than we save. That's the reality.
I remember watching, I forgot what the show was called. It might have been like on TLC or one of these shows. And it was like a kind of like a first responder show. And about this and I guess this episode had this doctor on it. And he was talking about how he kind of gets off on the worst things are.
Oh,
he
damn.
Gets off on it. He's like,
that's weird.
He didn't go fully sexual, but he got like revved up. He's like, man, yesterday, this guy had like a rod in his head.
You
man.
You do though. The more gnarly it is, okay, so I can see that. On a non-sexual basis, like, as a first responder, you do get hyped for some of the stuff you see. Like, he fell off his motorcycle. It's like his arm was bent back like a paperclip. That shit was gnarly. It's like, it's an adrenaline rush. So that adrenaline does kind of, it releases that serotonin. So, yeah.
Random question. What's the biggest pet peeve of the black content creator?
I think it's being Keenan.
What do you mean by biggest, like?
Just the pet peeve you have. Biggest pet peeve about being a black content creator.
I don't know. People want you to do what everybody else does as black. You know,
can you dance for us, Ken?
Yeah, they want you to do, like, you know, like I'm not one of the people that wants to put on a wig. It's like, if you ever hear me playing a woman character, all you hear is a voice. You know, like, because sometimes my girl, she don't want to be in my sketches and nothing like that. So if I got to do like a lady voice, all you hear is like, it's me looking at the camera, but you hear somebody go, hey, yeah, I do that same kind of voice or whatever. But you would just hear that off screen. But it's like, yeah, I feel like people, which is why I like people like Long Beach Griffey and Supreme Dreams. I know they out there in Texas too.
Long Beach.
He a wild boy. I'm talking about his content. I actually got a chance to meet him. And he seemed pretty cool. When he actually came to one of Tony's shows in Arizona.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah, and But like I feel like, and like Pat, like they do content that they do. Nobody else is really willing to.
Let me tell you something.
They do what they.
That video Patrick Cloud posted the other day with the Power Rangers and the creating the Zords. That me and my best friend was dying laughing at that. Telling something, you play the flute or the piccolo.
Yeah, and it's like with Pat, that's probably where his brain goes. You know, it's just the video he did with like Batman. Like, yeah, give me a child.
Yeah, oh man, that was funny.
That was like that makes you
like. And I love that because it's like my brain is not going there. My brain is not like I like the fact that my brain doesn't work like anybody else's, like Long Beach or Pat's or even Tony's, like Supreme. Like when I look at Supreme Dream, like RDC World, I go, damn, they were who me and my friends were if we would have did sketches together. Like if we would have been them, because I think we're a little older than those guys. And it's like I look at them and it's like. These dudes are just, if something comes out, it'll be so simple. And it's just like, to me, I don't know why it's so funny to me, whether it's the CVS and Walgreens beef. It's like, I get that. I worked at Home Depot. That was people like, yo, do you hate Lowe's? It's like, nigga, I go what's closest to me. If Lowe's is close to my house, I'm going to Lowe's at Home Depot. It's not a... They
even do that because I work for a private ambulance service. So it's almost like when you roll up on the other private ambulance service, it's like, you know, if they at the nursing facility you got a contract with, it's like someone rolled up on your set, you know, while you on my block, you know what I'm saying? It just so that those kids are funny, and that's it. Kid is retarded. He said, "Is it cheating if you go back in time to smash?"
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is it cheating if I do it? No. If she does it, yes.
I gotta agree with you.
And I'm a karma person. I believe in karma. That's why I don't like doing certain things. It's like karma keeps me more faithful than probably, you know, what I'm supposed to be. In the sense of like, yo, you're not supposed to cheat. It's like, nah, nigga, you look at this karma. Look at I believe in that shit. Because if I didn't believe in karma, I would probably do a lot of wild shit.
It'd be like that.
And, you know, that was a random question. You got any more questions in there? Being a Black content creator, I'm with Keenan. Like, don't expect me to be over here doing what everyone else do. Especially being the only female on the show.
I'm not allowed.
Don't expect me to act like Angela Yee. I mean, it's not.
I'm not having it. I'm not having none of that shit. Once I'm shutting it down. Hey, put it to the side, like, yo.
Well, how does she? What do you mean? How does she act? What do you mean?
Angela Yee is like
messy.
She the shit starter. She start the shit, then she sit back and watch it play out. Y'all started all this shit. Now y'all motherfuckers argue.
Yeah, see, I think there's something like when you have two men and just a lone woman, I think the woman is expected to be the gossiper, the messy one, and that's not me. I'm not.
If we don't treat Crystal like that, we like, all right, we all do what we do. It's like, all right. It's like
apparently I be bullying June, but I don't even know what that means.
We cousins, we bully. This show we go there at times. It's like I told like, bro, it depends on what day it is. Somebody getting jumped. Like it was just the group chat.
Sometimes it's me.
It's me someone week.
Especially when I had a crush on a certain cosplayer that I no longer have a crush on. They gave me
hell. Nigga.
They gave me so much hell.
They was giving me shit 2 weeks ago about somebody they think I got a crush on. But this chick got a crush on. They like, nigga, it's unforgiving.
But you won't hit that person up and invite them on the show though.
Don't want see what she doing.
I mean, she has a point though. Like if you have a crush, bring them on. At least especially if you respect their nerddom, it's like you bring them on so you can just pick them.
Kidding? Don't. What's Shannon shop? Come on, don't skip. Don't do this. We're not doing this.
I mean
don't style it there, man. Don't do this to me, bro.
But I mean that's what I like about it. It's like when you're in a group like this, it's like, because even with us, right? It's like even when you got 4 guys, like you might be like, all right, who does the same thing in the thing, right? I'm not like Rob in our podcast. he's the guy that just like he remembers a whole bunch of shit. He's the fat guy, right? That's what he does. That's why he does the recaps for us. Brennan is I guess he watches majority of he watches the most anime out of all of us, right? He's a I guess considered a blerd, but it's like
that's
he don't
me. I
have all
watch
the
the
shit
most
together.
anime.
He watches the most anime, but he don't have all the shit together. He's like he'll be technically the most anime guy. I'm the comic relief, and I'm going to ask the wild, crazy questions. Ice is going to. He's like the hot take guy. He'll say something that he might not. I believe some shit he might not necessarily believe in. He'll say something like
Phantom. That's what he do. He'll say some wild shit.
Phantom is the wild shit.
Yeah,
I'm more of the random question. Like when I asked, when Loki came in, I was like, would you smash?
Oh yeah, no, hey, this nigga went.
Your
We're not no.
variant of yourself. If the variant of yourself was the sex that you preference.
This nigga Phantom went out the window. He jumped out the window with no parachute. Like, damn.
He did. He did. Several people did because I think I've asked like 3 or 4 people that question.
I'm like,
would you smash yourself pretty much?
Basically.
Nah.
You wouldn't?
See, me and Keenan in the same bar. Like, bro, I can.
Probably one of the few people that said nah. Everyone else like.
The fact that they thought about it. Nah, me. I couldn't do it. No. It's just.
I get it though. I get that point, but like, nah.
Hey, yo, don't be naming names, kid. See, this is why he's not alive right now. We kicked him out.
Yeah, nigga be snitching. Hella snitching.
What was the question? The question was, oh, you're talking about the question I asked? So basically, the question I asked everyone during season 3, because low-key was pretty relevant, was if you ran up on a variant of yourself that is the sex in which you preference, so if you like men, it's a man. If you like women, it's a woman. Would you smash? It's essentially you, but it's not you.
Like I said, that takes go fuck yourself to a whole new level.
It does.
But here's the thing: it's like I get that you would. I guess somebody's smashing that.
That nigga say yes. This nigga Phantom, log off. Phantom, log off. Just cut your phone off.
I would 100% get why somebody would do it though, because it's like if it's you, but it's not necessarily you in the physical. You're like, all right, we kind of just really have the same mentality. Like, I know you're going to be this evil person. I know you're going to be a backstabber, but you didn't grow up the same. You have the same upbringing. You're not physically the same. It makes sense.
But would it technically be considered masturbation since it's you?
It seems. I mean, I guess technically, but I guess it really wouldn't because
the cold part about it would be. If you do that, what will be the consequence? You fuck up some shit. Everything like they said, two monkeys can't be on the same planet.
It's like you get pruned by the TVA. Just pew.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, if you have a child with yourself, like probably gonna be a piece of shit. Number one, and then it's like, can you deal with you 24/7?
No.
I mean, I think I'm a joy to be around, but that's just because that's probably ego speaking. People probably think I'm glad this Keenan didn't come through today. I don't know.
It's like, imagine you get pruned mid-bus off. Like, here it comes.
Mid-bus
off? And you say
that might actually feel
that
incredible,
asked
though.
a wild question.
I'm just saying. No, I said the wildest one. Like, imagine during the snap you smashing. Mid-bus. Snap, you dusted 5 years later. You come back.
But
you coming back. And coming back at the same time.
Well,
I feel bad imagine whoever gonna be in that bed or wherever you at.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like, do you get cocky? Do you be like, yo, I was smashing so good that this motherfucker turned into dust. Like I literally fucked the shit out of this person. Like,
nah, your ego gonna be on 10. It's
gonna be crazy.
But then,
man, that crying laughing. Man, look, that's the questions we asked in season 3 of our show were just
Y'all think season 4 is gonna be bad? Season 4 is gonna be just as worse.
Probably, especially since I started watching anime real heavy this past year. So.
And I finished watching Demon Slayer. Yes, can't
Demon
wait to see
Slayer.
it too.
It's good, man. You watch the movie? You finished the movie too?
I ain't seen the movie yet.
The movie it has some slow moments here and there, but it is dope. It turns up, and visually, it's probably one of the best shows you ever, like best movies you'll see visually.
Hold on, Crystal, get your girl, get your girl, get your girl, get your girl, get your friend, get your friend, get her. That's your partner.
I mean, that's ruthless. I mean, you just got to be ruthless like that sometimes.
That's your partner. Violence!
You take yourself to go get an abortion of yourself.
Damn! Violence!
Yeah, that's a
violence!
Do you... Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, you know, I don't know if I'm going to keep this little motherfucker. Well, I want to keep him. You going to put yourself down the stairs? What you going to do? You going to...
Damn! That went dark.
You get the TVA pruning stick yourself. You know what?
Right in the stomach. That'd be terrible.
Gosh, damn, Keenan.
No, don't put this on me. Who asked the question? Who said that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you still haven't seen
building. This is what you call building off of what somebody else said.
Season 4 is going to be hella lit. Like, I don't. We do appreciate Keenan though. He came in episode 1 of season 3 and really set the tone for the season. Like
I said, with Keenan, I was nervous about even asking him, like, this dude a big time YouTuber, big time IG, like he rolled with Keenan and Tony and all that. Like he ain't even gonna respond. He'd be back, what's up, man? Yeah, what's going on? What's the day? Oh shit, he's actually talking to me. Oh damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what you said earlier. It's like for me, I get excited, like, you know, meeting people that rock with us in general. So it's like even when I go to a show and we do a show and be like, yo, I'm from the animation podcast. It's like a few people when we did Austin in late October, and a few people were fans of the podcast, and I was like, yo, man, like, let's get a picture, dog. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like I enjoy that type of stuff because it's like I never wanted to be. I've met famous people. Cause I don't consider myself famous by far, but I've met famous people when I was younger, and why you make that face? You and him. And it's like I met famous people, and I was like, man, they were assholes, or they're not what they're cracked up to be. And I was like, I never want to be that person because I'm having a bad day. Or whatever the case may be, I take it out on somebody that is, you know. Did you see the Kevin Hart TV show? Life or whatever it's called.
No, I ain't see that.
The new one.
Yes, watch that shit.
Shall do it.
Might be his goddamn best work. Incredible, right? And there's a moment in there where he has to deal with a fan, and he's going through some wild shit, like some wild shit in that show. And he kind of takes it out on that fan. And then there's a consequence that has to be after that because that fan is who that fan is. So, or the type of person, the type of fan that fan is. So it's like you just never know. You can't like take your day out on somebody because I've always been big on that too. Like even with like, you know, my technically my fiance now. Like for her, like I'm always like, yo, whatever your day is, don't bring that shit to me. I ain't gonna bring that shit to you. You know, I want to come to you and have a, you know, and whatever. So it's like when I meet people that rock with us, it's like our podcast is doing well, but I want our podcast to be bigger. I want our podcast to be as big as, like, I want it to be like an anime Joe Rogan type shit, you know, in the sense of like in the fandom type. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like we're not even a quarter of that. We're not even a tenth of that right now. So I think it can get there, but. You know, when people DM me, I pretty much respond to the majority of my DMs. Like, if I don't, I might not see some of them, but I respond to a lot of I respond to over 80% of my DMs.
So, Reggie's expression. Oh, I can't read.
Put your glasses on,
look, I don't wear glasses. What does being a blerd mean to you?
Like I'll go for hold on. I'm still new, and me being who I am, I'm like, I'm still shocked that the community is so fucking small. Cause a girl I went to school with, she's a Blerd. She taught. I didn't even know you like anime. I did in high school. I didn't tell nobody. I just kept that shit to myself. I'm like, and she was firing off everybody that we knew. Like, Blerd. I'm like, yeah, I know Blerd over. We know, yeah, I met that dude a few times. Like, I'm like, I get in a group chat like, is the Blerd community really this small? Like, yes, it's. I'm like, everybody know everybody. So I'm like, oh. So I guess if somebody talks smack about somebody, it's gonna get back to you. Like, all right, cool. So like, I'm still shocked about that. I'm still shocked everybody know everybody. Oh damn.
Yeah, it's funny you say that it's small. I feel like it's big and small at the same time. I feel like it's a big community around the world, but I feel like you said, it's just like I feel like it's like with a lot of black communities. We all know each other. We all kind of like cousins of cousins. We all somewhat kin. It's like, hey man, I know someone. Hey man, nigga was a little slick, man. So I get what you're saying. For me, I think it's just who I am. It's like I don't try to be anything. I don't try to be. I don't know. I don't want to say that. I don't try to be a nerd or a blur. I'm myself, and I just happen to like this stuff, and it just falls into that category. You know what I'm saying? It's like. When we talked to Long Beach, and we had like an hour discussion with him about like he went in on One Piece, and I was just like, he's talking about One Piece and stuff like that, and it wasn't like I was trying to match him but me and Ice was there too. Ice was on the show, and we were just being ourselves. It just happens to be in us. It's all it was. And anybody else that I meet, when I talk to Pat, Pat will say he'll be like, yo. I'm into anime, but I'm not like a big time person like that. I just happen to have a lot of followers, so people fuck with me. But when we had him on the podcast, I love to have him. We were just talking. I wasn't trying to like be extra. I was just like, yo, so what are you into? If you're not into that, that's cool. You don't have to be into the shit that we're not into. It's not a big deal. I don't bully people that are not into certain anime that I don't rock with. I don't.
Right, like some people be like, I don't watch Naruto. I'll be like, that's cool, whatever. You're missing out.
Yeah, I mean, and that's Ice's anime. Ice, like, he lives and dies on that hill. He'll sit there and say, like, One Piece is stupid because it has 1,000 episodes. But it's just like your anime has 700 to 800, whatever it is. And it's just like, they're both, after 300 episodes, it's anime is long, my nigga. Like, there's no, like, well, this one has 775, this one has 875. It's like, nigga, after 200 to 300, this is a long fucking anime.
Yep. And
so
my thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what Blerd pretty much means to me. Is it's like I don't care.
I mean, like I said, when I got at you about being on the show, like I was like, my thing, I never want to come off as a fan. I never want to come off as that fan.
Because June think he too cool for school.
No, I just know how it is. I know how they people always like. It's always that one fan doing too much. I don't want to. You don't want to be that. I'm like,
you don't want to get an opportunity to meet Janae and don't know whether you should smile, hold up your hands, or what, and then you take the most awkward picture in history.
That's what I'm saying. You want to be like, I want to be just as. I don't want to be that fan that makes somebody, especially Keenan. He's a comedian. I don't want to make this one time, this one fan. Damn.
Well,
I'd have made a
dude, when you're a fan of somebody. Or especially if if you're a dude too, you can easily be labeled a creep. So you also have to watch that. Like, especially if you're a fan of like a cosplayer and she's a cosplayer that's a woman, and you're like, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, this nigga being real creepy right now. It's just like, hey man, I'm just nervous. I'm not being creepy. I'm nervous as hell. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I always say any girl anime
He
player,
do have me hit up the females. But Reggie, you said you're not a fan of anime. I once too said that. I ate my words.
I wasn't a fan of anime. So I got to put on this podcast. So, yo, you need to watch it. All right, I watch it. Then I'm like, oh shit.
My best friend got me into anime. She started me off with Haikyuu, and then it grew from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. When it comes, if you watch any other, like if you watch other cartoons, like American cartoons, whatever the case may be, and you like those. It's like, I'll ask you what you're watching. if you're watching something that's similar to an anime, it's like, bro, you can watch an anime because it's our style, not our style, but the Japanese style of drawing is, to me, is doper, in my personal opinion, on certain animes. Like, it looks a lot doper to me. So, if you still watch cartoons, what is like, I would say give anime a try. Just ask, I just want to know what you like first. If you're into, like, just romance, or if you're into slice of life, if you're into full-on action, if you're into gore, they literally have every genre that you would want to watch. So there's no watch Paranoia Agent. Is that the one that's the one from the creators of Death Note? I think that might be. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it just all depends. I never thought I would like a Death Note. I was like, this shit looks gonna be boring. It's one of the best animes ever. Now the movie, on the other hand, I mean, yeah, the movie, nah.
So I've watched like maybe 4 or 5 episodes of Death Note, but I did watch the movie like before I knew what an anime was. And even I think the movie is kind of
Yeah, I mean, if you watch, I think Lakeith is fine. I think Lakeith, he played the character very similar to where the character is on the anime, right? But it's just like you can't make that show into a movie.
Right.
It needs kind of the Cowboy Bebop treatment, even though Cowboy Bebop dropped the ball also. But it's just like, and then that's how it is. It's like live action. That's a whole nother lane. That's a whole nother conversation because I got to get ready to go in a second. But like, yeah.
Kid said to go back into what we were talking about. He would go back in time and smack fire into the dude that created Naruto to make Sakura a better character.
Damn.
I mean, I agree. Not necessarily smack him, but definitely teach him how to write a female character a lot better than what he did.
But as far as anime, the 2 I saw, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, I like Demon Slayer way better. I like it way better than like Demon Slayer. I'm like, yo, this little nigga cold. All this for his sister. Hey, my boy.
Wait, so did you finish Jujutsu Kaisen?
Oh yeah. I fucked with you.
That shit was hard to me, man. That was literally my Demon Slayer fix because Demon Slayer wasn't back in the season yet, and I was like, man, I haven't found an anime that made me feel this way besides like a villain saga too. But when I watched Jujutsu Kaisen, I was like, finally, funny characters in there. They go after it. Motherfuckers, the stakes are high. Motherfuckers is dying. You know what I'm saying? So,
and to be that person, zaddy characters in there. Shout out to Gojo Anonymous.
Gojo out
all I know when Buddy's, I mean when Buddy's sister kicked that demon head smooth off his head, he up on the hill chilling, and bow, like she came out of nowhere. I'm like, where'd she come from?
Yeah.
Nezuko-chan.
And then old Buddy with the goofy mask on, like, you gotta kill him. And Tom's like, I don't want to do it. Like, bitch, kill him. I don't want to do it. Like, man, you ain't got it, is you? He's like a little bitch. Like, damn, man, you just gonna call him like this is like
my guy Zenitsu, he be he be going through some things. But
my man, he be crying.
But I read the manga and I finished everything, and he's gonna have a moment.
I keep telling everyone. Leave my boys Zenitsu alone.
He gonna turn the fuck up. For real. So, back to even Jujutsu Kaisen, the characters on there, Gojo telling old boy, like, look, bro, you ain't strong enough to even touch me, man. Let me see your hands. Go ahead, bro. Yep. But I can touch you, though, because you're weak. And
Gojo's that guy. Gojo's that guy.
Pulled this nigga head off. And then afterwards, I don't know if you watch Jujutsu Kaisen and you watch all the way to the end, because they always have like a little end credit scene.
I did watch those. And
they're like playing soccer with old boy head. Come on, man.
Yes.
That's some gangster shit.
Disrespectful and hilarious.
Yeah, they Gojo is real disrespectful. Like, he ain't even respect the elders. Like, Gojo's just that guy.
Yeah, he just old ass up, man. Yeah, I'm the strongest out here, so don't tell me what to do, bro.
Last question, what we got, Kristen? What we got? Send us home.
What are 3 things you would like to see fixed or changed in the community, and why?
I mean, I'm sorry, I mean, go ahead.
If by community you mean Blerd community, is that what you mean, Groovy?
I mean, if he mean that,
that's how I was gonna answer.
I want to say like I just want everybody. I know it's the cliche answer. I mean, like I just want everything to be fair, yo. Like, I mean, quit looking at all these characters. Oh, they're this color, nigga. It don't really. I don't give a fuck who color. If your cosplay dope, you dope. Like, I quit. They're characters. They can be whatever the fuck you want to be. Like, it ain't that serious to me. Like, why are you that serious, nigga? Why?
Yeah, there's multiple things I think probably need to be fixed. I'm sure there's like some sexual stuff that needs to be fixed. And I would say that I'm not as deep. I'm probably not as deep as even you guys are when it goes to even that type of stuff being at a lot of the cons and stuff like that. But I would say with us too, we both on the men and women's side, we gotta stop acting like we like stop challenging each other, stop acting like we don't like each other. Like it's like I always hear that, man, yeah, the black girls always dating these goofy looking white dudes because they don't like black guys, because they don't like black nerdy guys, and then it's like the black guys, I mean the black women say the same thing about like there's no, you always say like a white girl that looks, you know, funny looking, and it's like, yo, there's beautiful black nerds couples that love each other and they out there, and or just even the ones that are not even couples yet, like go in there and get it in together. You know what I'm saying? Become blerd couples together. Because I always hear that like the black, they would say like the black guys don't like black girls, and then supposedly the black girls don't like the black guys, and it's like, nigga,
we out here. I like the black guys.
Yeah,
the ones that I know be like, yo, just point them in my direction. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I ain't gonna even lie. I be shocked to see the black chick that be into the nerdy shit. I be shocked. Like, it be the one, like, my homegirl, I told her, she never in high school looked like, she was something totally different when I knew her. Like, all right, what? Like, I never.
You can't judge a book by its cover. What you about to say it like Tony? I never knew.
Because the realness of it, they always say that when people think nerd, they think like super nerdy nerd, like they think that's what that is. So even when they think blerd, they think a black version of that. And there's some of them for real. There are some of them like that are kind of like that. It's like that meme that I saw. I did a video about, and it was like, this is how you know when a nigga watch anime when he got this type of lineup.
Oh yeah.
No edge up.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I went to school with a few cats like that.
Got that black Power Ranger edge up.
Yeah.
Gosh damn.
But it's like, I remember, like, I didn't necessarily get a lot of flack, but I remember Brennan told me, like, he used to get made fun of, you know, and I was like, wasn't somebody trying to make fun of me? Because I was like, I was going to call you on your shit. I was like, we can square off. Like, I hooped. I got girls. I felt like I was a pretty handsome looking guy. I wasn't the typical, what they would say, nerdy, nerd is, black nerd. And I was just like, bro, we look like everything. There's no actual look for us.
Right.
It's like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you finish. Because I have a question.
I'm just saying, men or women like this, like, you have whether it's a nerdy girl, but you have the girls that is like, yo, this is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. And she's a blerd? Oh my gosh, this is perfection.
I mean, people look at people, like, you would look at Megan Thee Stallion and not think, hey, this woman loves anime and will cosplay in a heartbeat. But she does.
It's kind of like I'm a wrestling fan. It's kind of like when I found out Lou was a wrestler. Like, what?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Like, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm like, you? I ain't like, okay, now we can connect on a whole nother level now. Like, they got me on the blurred stuff, but I'm wrestling all day.
Yeah.
Right. So I know you have to go, so I'm going to ask one last thing. You said you haven't been to many conventions. Have you been to a con?
Yeah, I've been to San Diego's.
Okay, so do you have any lined up for next year?
Yeah, so the goal is, because we had started our Patreon, and now that we got like some bread, the goal is to try to lock down a few of these cons, try to go do San Diego Comic-Con. I know Brennan, that does our podcast, him and Pat, I guess they had to do some work out, and they went to San Diego and New York this year.
Okay. Well, DreamCon should be the wave. I'm just saying.
DreamCon is where I want to go to because I know that's RDC's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how to get to that one though. I don't even know. Is it like just a ticket thing? You got to be connected with them. How does that work?
I mean, you could do tickets, but I mean, you with your connections, you might be able to get, as a guest or something. I don't know.
Look how King act like he ain't got the juice. He ain't got
right.
the
juice. Here's the thing. From what I know, I'm not connected. I mean, I maybe I can talk to somebody like I don't know who I can really talk to. Maybe Pat. I don't know how Pat's connected to them. But it's like as of right now, I don't know. I don't have the 6 degrees of separation, right? I don't know who my degree is to them right now. I don't know anybody that I know personally that's connected to them. So
right.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't really have anybody personally connected either. So
yeah. So until I do, yeah, it's just like to me, DreamCon is a dream right now. And so it'll just be me getting tickets to go there and be like, "What up, y'all fans?" And then that's it. But I would love to have like a booth or something like that there.
Right.
I think you got plenty of time to make it happen. It's in July.
I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the atmosphere. See you there.
I will see y'all at DreamCon 2022.
Let's get it. So, Katie, what you working on before we let the people know what you got going on, and what's up next for you? Any comedy specials? Any dates?
Oh man, so yeah, 2022, back on the road again with probably have some dates with Tony. I'm going to have some solo dates, some headline dates myself in 2022. Creating more content. I'm actually trying to get this video out today. It's a little finish up my anime roommate one, living with like an anime roommate. I think it's part 3 that I'm doing, and I'm trying to add some graphics to it, and that's why it's taking me so damn long. And just 2022 is going to be an exciting. I don't want to talk about everything right now, but I think I laid some foundations down to where 2022 should be a pretty dope ass year, all around life and career wise. And I hope to be able to do a lot, and not even just do a lot for myself, but to be able to help other people while I'm doing this stuff.
Right on, Crystal. What you got?
I was saying at the Blerdspot podcast, we got some things cooking. I just went to a convention where I did a press pass. The recap is on the page.
She was out here.
I was out here, meeting some voice actors or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, just getting to more conventions under press pass, even guest pass and panels and stuff is really the goal for 2022 for us.
Yeah.
That's why I'm putting it in the atmosphere. We're going to see each other all at DreamCon because we're trying to figure out a way to get there too. So, but it's going to happen.
For me, album coming out, 88th Avenue comes out July. January.
I was going to say July.
I keep saying July. I don't know. January 3rd. That's coming out. We got some dope shit with the Blerdspot, like Crystal said. Season 4 coming. We gonna blaze the Blerd game. Y'all thought we was ignorant last time. It's just gonna get crazy. Like it's really more guests, more content. Hopefully we get some merch this year, not next year.
Sure. We got another Funko battle as soon as Afro Coco stop running from me. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
She
ducking the Funko Pop thing.
No, I still need to hit her up. That's me. I haven't really hit her up yet because it's been busy. But yeah, we appreciate you coming through, chilling with us for a little bit.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it. Sorry I jumped on late. I was like, I'm literally in the post office. I kind of forgot. And I didn't do my package. My package is literally sitting right next to me in the car. I got to go back into the post office now. And
he's sending off that $1 million script to Marvel.
You know,
he gonna be in Black Panther too.
Look, you trying to put everybody in Black Panther too, man.
I ain't trying to make. I'll take that, but he gonna be in Black Panther 3.
Well, my girl doesn't believe in my accent, so I have to just pay a regular black character in there or something.
He gonna be a regular character in Oakland. Like he can't be from Wakanda. He got to be from Oakland. You know.
Yes.
See, Kenan cannot pull up the Wakandan accent like I can pull up the accent. I think I do a pretty good Wakandan accent. I think I could play one of the tribe members. I don't know. But anyway, but yeah. Chris is gonna be the door Melage, so she's gonna be in there. The Blerd gonna start to be in there.
I gotta shave off the hair, you know what I'm saying?
She can't do it. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it.
You right.
She's like, yo, CG this shit. CG this shit.
Okay, we got a cap or something. Let's put this in there and
they go real bald, man. They don't do no caps in Marvel, man. You need to take this is Marvel, baby. You gotta take a risk.
It's 90 million. Do you want this one? Shit, G.I. Jane, that shit.
90 million. Did it hit my account yet? Oh, it's in the account.
She be crying while she doing it.
Nah, I'm be.
I bet there ain't gonna be no tier for 90 million.
90 million, and if it is a tier, I'm gonna just wipe it with the $100 bill. Just.
Yep.
Gonna be like, I'm rich, bitch. But y'all, we gonna get up out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Blerdspot podcast, the Conspiracy Hour, Conspiracy Corner, all that, the Conspiracy
Files, y'all. The Blerd Files.
I'm leading to that. Let me quit stealing my thunder.
Well,
the Blerd Files.
Gotta go to the post.
But yeah, we out, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace out.